Peace, family. Peace. We up in here. We're back. We're back. Come on in. Gather round. Whoop. Gather round, family. Oh, I'm trying to fix this phone. Okay. Everyone good? Everyone all right? How's everyone doing? Oh, okay. We've got the proud Scott up in the building. Okay. Come on in. Take a seat. Okay, Big Zone's up in here. Take a seat. It's about that time again. It's about that time. Let's go, says Dante. Okay. Supreme Coach's up in there. Respect M Cinco. Yo, BMW Fitness. Absimil. I always mess up people's names. Ediosk. Oh, Lady Divine. Saviour's here. Hartley Talbot's in the building. Red Pill's up in here. Josh and Ghost is up in here. Good from New York. Good. Jack Vegas. Okay, Focus Chaps here. Tony Mason is here. The Saviour is back. Oh, we said that. Okay. Good. You got some tough questions from me, M Cinco. That's fine. It's Sarah's opinion this time. It's fine. You can get my opinion. You know, you don't have to agree with it because we in the land of free speech. Tracy King's up in here from Northern Ireland, she says. Okay. Sam Q's up in here. Mukassa's up in here. Okay. Good. Got my drink. Got some sorrel, family. You know? Sorrel. All my Caribbean family, it's about that sorrel. Sorrel and ginger. Get it down, yeah. And I've also got some sweets, if I'm totally honest. We've got people from all around the place. US, Ireland. J100 is here. Good. Blackton. Oh, okay, Blackton. Okay, cool. I might have to wind this window down. It's getting a bit warm up in here. Fam. Hang on a minute. Good. Che Bold's here. Fam, it's about that time. Jim also Kilburn in the house. You know, give love to the Kilburn family, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got Midlands up in here. Ireland up in here. Share your sweeties, says Tracy King. I'm not sharing any of them. Mine. I'm not sharing any of them. As a matter of fact. All right. Who else we got? Tonka Jackson from Coventry. Okay. Coventry's up in here. Supreme Coaching says, do you think Speaker's Corner is becoming what Islamists want? Debates always on Islam. I guess. Robert Powers in the building. I guess everyone has their narrative. Focus Chap says, okay, let's get down to the questions. Let's get down to them. Focus Chap says, Sarah, do you believe in hate speech? I believe in free speech as long as it's not inciting violence or anybody to be killed. That's what I believe in. Some people may agree with it, some people not, but if I said, Focus Chap must die tomorrow, you guys go out and get him, that's basically me giving out a hit. And yes, I've got freedom of speech, okay, but I don't think it's very good for people to do that. Patrick Parks from Blackburn up in the building. Hang on. Pablo Escobar all the way from Gambia. What? Okay. Australia, Manna Bad's in the building. Oh my gosh. Inverness is up in here. Betty Bennett's up in here. Oh my goodness. The family from all around the world. Goodness gracious me. And I'm just a London boy. Imagine that. Okay, so Allied Atheist Alliance says, do you think the Quran incites violence? Same question for Hadith. Do I think the Quran incites violence? The Quran has verses in it where Muhammad is commanding his followers to kill people. So, I'm guessing that will incite violence. That's what I'm guessing. Betty Bennett says, stay true and stay strong. I'm trying. Edinburgh crew represent. Oh my gosh, we got Edinburgh up in the house. Okay. Who we got next? Come on, other questions, family. Actually, I tell you what pissed me off this morning, family. I saw a picture of Charlize Theron, the actress, right? She's gone to South Africa and she's adopted this South African boy, this black boy. And she's brought him back to America. And she's raising this little boy as a girl. Now, this little boy's 5 years old and she's dressing him. Go and check it out. She's dressing him in dresses. She's got his hair in braids. He's wearing leggings. He's wearing pink Uggs. He's a 5-year-old boy. Like, what is going on? I can't understand why you would raise a boy as a girl. Now, we know that people normally get a little bit confused around puberty. Some people say they get confused. I don't know what I am, blah, 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 blah. Am I gay? Am I trans? Am I da, 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 da. She's not even giving the boy time, right, to actually figure out, if he's gonna figure out himself. She's raising him as a girl. And I'm not gonna lie, that it actually sickens me. I'm not gonna lie, it sickens me that you would actually do that to someone. You would do that to a young boy and raise him as a girl. She's got him in like wigs and taking him out on the street, on the roads, like parading him as a girl. And I'm like, when did the world get this crazy? Cherie Boyce, what's good? It's something's going on, family. I'm not gonna lie, something's going on. It's really weird, man. It is really weird. Lady Divine said you came from Tunisia. I know, I saw you in Tunisia on your Instagram. I saw you. Celine says damaging the poor child. It is. You're damaging the poor child. What are you doing with a boy he's 5? My boy's 5. Do you get me? My boy said to me that he wants to be a Ninja Turtle. What am I gonna do? Raise him as a Ninja Turtle? No. He likes the Ninja Turtles, okay? Like, I'm not gonna raise the boy as a Ninja Turtle. It's not gonna happen. So I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand what's going on. It's that one pissed me off today, family. I'm not gonna lie. That pissed me off. I was like, why would you do that to a child? Like, and there's people actually sanctioning this stuff. They're sanctioning, like, yeah, go ahead, Charlie. Yeah, go ahead. You're a Hollywood actress. Go ahead. So what kind of mother takes a boy and raises the boy as a girl? I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird. Anyway, fam, what's next? What's next, family? Bring the questions in, man. Bring the questions. I'll try and answer them as best I can. I'll try and answer them as best I can. But I'll tell you this, don't ask me to speak on other people and on other people's stuff, because I don't do that, all right? So I'm just letting you guys know, I don't speak on other people, on other people's stuff, okay? Some of the Melanin Goddess says some of the schools in the US have gender-neutral bathrooms. What the fuck is a gender-neutral bathroom in a school? What the fuck is gender neutral? Have you got a penis? This is what I made a video about this, right? I made a video about this, about the transgender movement, right? And I said, you have every right to believe as a man, yeah? You have every right to believe as a man that you're a woman. I'm not gonna take that away from you. What you don't have the right to do is to tell me, who is an actual man, that you're a woman, and I must believe you. I don't believe you. I don't. You can believe it though. 100%. You can believe it. But do not ask me to believe it. You know why? Because I can see that you're a man. And now you're asking me to go against my own, cognitive capabilities as to think and see what's going on. You can't do that to me. Don't throw me into your delusion also. I don't need to be there. If you want to be there, then go ahead. You got every right to do that, right? But don't ask me to be there with you because I don't want to be there with you. It's the same thing I say with religious people, you know? If you want to jump into that God ship, fine, but don't ask me to be there with you. You've every right to ride that God ship. Ride it to the ship crashes or to your heart's content. But do not ask me to ride it with you because I cannot, because I can see other things, okay? Do not ask me to be deluded with you, you know? Oh, I'm a woman. No, you're not. No, you're not. You have an XY chromosome, my friend, okay? And that is just, it is what it is, okay? Science, genes, it is what it is. Don't tell me that you're a woman, okay, when you got XY chromosome. Because you're now lying to me. I know you feel like it. I said this in my video. I know you feel like it. And I know you think it and all this kind of stuff. And you're entitled to that. That's cool. But I ain't convinced, you know? It's like I said, Rachel Dolezal trying to convince the world that she's a black woman now. You know, this white lady, she's trying to convince the world she's a black woman. She's transracial. Oh my God, when did the world go so mad? Seriously, like, what the fuck is a transracial? Like, seriously. Like, oh, I identify with being black and so? So what? I can't identify with being Chinese and just become Chinese tomorrow. It's not going to work out. I just have to deal with reality, you know? The Chinese people know what a Chinese person is. I'll ask them if I'm Chinese. And they'll be like, no, Mr. Garvey, you're not a Chinese man because we know what Chinese people look like, okay? Same thing with Rachel Dolezal. She is a white woman. You can't convince black people that you're white. It's just not going to happen. Michael Jackson tried to convince the world that he was white. It didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't work out for him very well. So all of these delusions that people are actually trying to like convince people of, are like, I'm just not down for it. I'm not down for it. What are the questions? What you lot got going on? Gender fluid, is that a drink? Oh, okay. I guess that was a joke. Robert Powell says, does a racist have the right to be racist? Of course. Of course they do. But let me ask you a question. When's the last time a racist admitted they were racist? That's what I want to know. When's the last time a racist actually admitted that they were racist? Because I'm waiting on that, you know? No one's racist nowadays. You know, no one says, oh, you know what? I actually am a racist. I actually am. I'm quite proud of it. No one says that. Like, when's the last time a racist actually admitted that they were racist? We are all racist, says Janish. Yes, we are all, I would say we are all race prejudiced. And there are varying degrees. Robert Power, oh, fantastic. Robert Power admits he's a racist. Fantastic. Good on you, son. Good on you. Imhotep BC's up in the building. And Bryant Sutton says, what makes a person racist? That's also a good question. That is also a good question. There's only one race, says Indian Singh. And I'm guessing you're going to say the human race. Or the Formula One race. It's the best one. Ivan Nilo says, me too. We are all prejudiced, said Indian Singh. Of course we are. We're all race prejudiced. And anyone claiming that they're not, I ain't really got time to hear about ya. Because we're all race prejudiced to some degree. And I think we're in 2018 and we can actually say to ourselves, you know what? I do have racial biases. You know, I do have racial biases. And, you know, it's part of the way in which we live. It's part of the society in which we live. Now, when you take that racial bias, right, to a level where you want to do people harm or you want to harm people for it, then it gets into something else. Do you know what I'm saying? But generally, racial bias is part of society. And I ain't got time for people saying, oh, you know what? I don't have any, you know what I find funny? People say, you know what? I don't even see color. Huh? What? What the hell are you talking about? You colorblind? You mean you don't see color? You don't see me? Listen, let me tell you something. I'm cool with folks, yeah, but don't erase me. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't erase, I am black. I'm a black man. Don't erase me. I'm sure you see me. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you see. Don't act like you can't see me. Do you know what I'm saying? I know you can see me. So when you tell me that you don't see color, I know you're a liar. And I ain't got time for liars. I ain't got time for liars, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be real. Do you know what I'm saying? I can sit down with somebody and just be real with someone. And I want people to be able to. I think that because we have a saying in the black, or in African traditions, we have a saying about Sankofa, and Sankofa basically means look back and walk forward, if that makes sense. I don't think a lot of people are using Sankofa. So look back to go forward. So look back to the past to inspire you to go forward. That's what we should be doing. But some of us say, excuse me, stay stuck in the past. So I hear what you're saying. Rafe says, Sarah, when did you first watch Lord of the Mics? It's got to be going back like 10 years now, I think. I think so. Jay Bold says, you are not African, you are English. Who, me? I'm not English, mate. The Englishman knows what an Englishman looks like. I'm not an Englishman. I may have been like born and raised in England, but doesn't mean I'm an Englishman. Do you know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. English people are actually of white skin. They're European heritage. I'm not. My genetics aren't European, so I can't be. You could say I'm British. That makes sense. Okay, but to say that I'm English, no, that doesn't make sense. I sound English. Okay, that's fine. I can sound English. Listen, man, like, Chris Eubank sounds English. He calls himself English. But that nose and that dark skin, that will tell on him. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can sound as English as you want, you know? Like, I don't care. But, you know, your genetics will always tell on you. That's what people, listen, your genetics tell on you. Just like that whole XY chromosome thing that I'm talking about with the whole gender identity thing. You know, like, just the genetics, the genetics, they tell on you. Do you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I think it was Malcolm X that said, I'm not a Muslim, by the way, and I'm not from the NOI, but Malcolm X had a quote, and he said, just because a cat has kittens in an oven doesn't make them biscuits. You know what I'm saying? So you can be born in an oven as a cat, but it doesn't make you a biscuit or a cake. You know what I'm saying? So I can be born in England, but, you know, look at me, you know? You know, like, come on. I went to South Africa, right? And I went to South Africa, and the local guy came up to me and started going, ding, and I was like, yo, whoa, what are you saying, bro? Like, I don't know what you're saying. And the reason why he did that, right, is because he saw me, and he was like, oh, sorry, I thought you were a native. And I was like, bro, like, I don't know what the hell you just said. Like, I don't know, but, and he's like, oh, you speak English? And I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, cool. So then that showed me already that he, as a native of Africa, knows what Africans look like. So he just started speaking to me in a language and I didn't know what the hell he was saying. And then, you know, it's like that. Like, your genetics tell on you, you know? It actually tells on you. Judge a man by his character, not the color of his skin. That's fine, Janish. I don't judge people by their color and by their character. Sorry, I judge people based on my interaction with them, and then I use history. And as an individual, I'll judge you based on, you know, individually. If I talk about a system, though, I'll talk about a system. Brian Hughes says we're all from Africa. Essentially, we are. That's where the human race started. But then tell that to the people who believe in Adam and Eve. Because then I'm wondering what Africans were called Adam and Eve. Because those aren't African names, bro. That's what I'm saying. You could have said the name was Mwajabede. And I would be like, yeah, I believe you. But you told me his name was Adam. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, I don't believe you. Do you think Eminem made it okay for UK white boys confident to imitate Compton guys? Says Robert Langdon. That's a crazy question. I don't know what Compton guys do. I don't know. Steve, Big Steve in charge of the Soul Cages says, boss, you unintelligent Englishman. All right. Steve M, hello from California. Hello, Steve M. How you doing, man? My Californian family up in the building. Robert Power says, I'm a Darwinist. I believe the races are different, but not better than one another. Every race excel at something. I am racist, but I don't hate races or believe mine is better. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Indian Singh says, people who believe in Adam and Eve make me sad. Okay. Betty Ward says, Sarah, can you please tell us why Tommy's not using your interview? You'd have to ask him. You'd have to ask Tommy Robinson. Brandon Carby says, what do you think about the Hebrew Israelites, Sarah? Don't get me started on the Hebrew Israelites, man. Like anyone for me that has Abraham as, you know, the chief monarch or patriarch of their religion, I just don't mess with them, you know. I don't mess with them because when you get J Boogie's up in the building, when you get to, you know, when you get to the Bible or the Quran, it just it's a bunch of confusion and a bunch of mythology and a bunch of nonsense to me. You know, I ain't got time for that stuff. Like I said, you can't convince me the first man's name was Adam. You can't convince me when all modern science says the first people were African. Hey, Astries in the building, what's good? When all modern science says the first people were African. I'm just like, what African's called Adam, bro? Like, what are you talking about? You know, so you got your story wrong from the beginning. You know, you got your story wrong from the actual beginning. You said in the beginning, and you got that wrong. So what makes you think I want to read the rest of the book? You couldn't even get the beginning right. You couldn't even get the first people's names right. So Brian says, Adam equals man. Yes, I know, but in what language? I know it equals man, but in the Hebrew language, right? But they're not Hebrew people. So why are we now using the Hebrew language to describe a people that are not Hebrew? Why? Why are we using Hebrew terms to describe a people who are 100,000 years older than Hebrew? It doesn't make sense to me. Tom Jimmy says, why are you not a Muslim? Really? Really? Come on. Family, get your sorrel in, man. Get your sorrel in. Okay? Who are the real Hebrews, says Manon Spider. I don't know. Okay, so if you want to look into that, the real Hebrews, apparently, if you read the book, okay, the book says the real Hebrews were in slavery in Egypt, right? Where's your evidence? Let's go to Egypt. We can shoot on over there right now and have a look. Any evidence of Hebrews, people be called Hebrews being enslaved in Egypt? Any pharaoh? You couldn't even get the pharaoh's name. It says pharaoh. Okay, do you know how many pharaohs there were in Egypt? All right, cool. Tell me the pharaoh's name. It was Pharaoh. Which one? You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't that convenient that you just call him Pharaoh? Like, which Pharaoh? Come on. They say Ramses. Okay, so how did Ramses die? You know, how did Ramses die? Come on. According to the story. And then how did Ramses what? There's 3 Ramses, 1, 2, and 3. The 3 Ramses, which one was it? Come on. Secure in London, Locksmith says, really liking your channel, sir. You speak a lot of common sense. Every religions believe their God is the right one. The Bible is a man-made construct for the weak-minded masses to be easily controlled. Drop the mic after that, mate. You can drop the mic and get me a beer after that. Respect from Manchester says Pendragon's Den. What's good? Oh, okay, Marquise is in the building. Dream car, what? My dream car? I don't know. I don't have a dream car, if I'm honest. Car's a car. They all depreciate after you drive them out of the bloody showroom anyway. You know. Sarah, why did you think about Tommy getting banned? What do you think about Tommy getting banned from Twitter? It says G Jury, if I'm pronouncing that right. Freedom of speech. We said freedom of speech was under attack, right? From the beginning. Freedom of speech is under attack. And so is Tommy Robinson inciting violence for people to be killed? I don't think so. You know, so why should his free speech be curtailed? Why should he not be allowed to speak? You know, I told people before, you will sleepwalk yourself. Miss KK! You will sleepwalk yourself, yeah, into a dictatorship if you don't start thinking. Because the minute they start to attack your free speech and stop you from speaking, you're on your way to a dictatorship. Trust me, family. Trust me. Okay? So what's going on is that people are actually sleepwalking into a dictatorship. And so, you know, you got to really watch that. You got to really watch that. Miss KK loves that response. Okay, what do you think about the... Oh, we already answered that question about Hebrew Israelites. Shout out to Huey P. Newton. Zombies, okay, look to speak. Devil's advocate. Do you know what I find funny? Arsenal fans. Anywhere you go, in any comment section of anything, Arsenal fans just say Wenger out. I find that absolutely hilarious. They don't want Wenger in there. Bigger Valley's in the building. Okay, John McDermott's up in here. Okay. Brandon Carby says, Sarah, what do you think about reincarnation? Well, I've already said, everything is everything. And so everything is already reincarnated in one way, shape, or form anyway. So, yeah, that's it. We are reincarnated. Now, everything's reincarnated. So, I don't see why, you know, it's such a problem. Like I said before, that this glass here is reincarnated sand. You know what I'm saying? So everything's reincarnated. This car, being metal, is reincarnated iron or stuff from the ground. You know? You are a reincarnated ancestor. Remember that. What else we got here? Wenger out. This is good looking. Wenger, Arsene Wenger. Nightlet says, yo, Sarah, what's good, Nightlet? PL Channel 2's in the building. Tom Williams, why is Ali such a donor? Why is Ali Dawah such a donor? You're going to have to ask Ali Dawah, okay? Or maybe his parents. Only he can answer that question if he has the IQ to. No shade. If he's got the IQ to answer, because he probably thinks he's a scholar. Do you know what I'm saying? He probably thinks he's a scholar, that guy. Sarah, MT to really connect with the ancestors. Yo! I don't smoke. I actually don't smoke. As a matter of fact, I've actually never smoked in my whole life. I've never smoked anything. I haven't smoked a cigarette. I haven't smoked a spliff. I haven't smoked heroin, crack. I haven't smoked any of it. So, yeah, I've never smoked in my life. I only started drinking at the age of 27. You know, like I was late into drinking, you know, so I don't know. I just wasn't, I was a little bit of a control freak. I'm mellowing out now though. I can have a little bit of a drink, you know what I'm saying? Miss KK says, what do you think about smoking weed? I guess as long as the weed is pure and actually from the ground and, you know, like not that processed stuff, you know, like there's a lot of stuff in weed nowadays that's like, it's got like PCP and frigging cocaine and shit. Like it's got all kinds of stuff in there. Adoink Vision's in the building. He's laughing. He's probably laughing because he remembers the time that I got high off somebody else's fumes. I'm not gonna lie, people. I actually got high off somebody else's fumes one time. Like that's how strong I was. I was in a room with a bunch of weed smokers, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like, what the hell? I feel a little bit weird. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I actually got a little bit high, and I thought I could do some weird stuff, and I was like, "This isn't me. I'm high off other people's fumes." So that's when I knew weed smoking is not for me. You know what I'm saying? But I do have a bit of. I do have a drink. I do have a drink. Do you think weed should be legal? Yes, I do actually. I mean, what can it do? What that alcohol can't do, you know? Eclipse Power Australians in the building. Yeah, like legalize the weed, man. Like as long as it's like, you know, normal and, you know, not laced with PCP and cocaine and stuff. Yeah, legalize the weed. Why not? You know, people listen, you see people at lunchtime on their lunch breaks in the pub having a drink, and they go back to work. You know, they do their work, but they're a little bit got a little bit of alcohol in their system. So you know, people can still function with with weed in their system. I guess you can talk about the Netherlands, and it's like there. Kinglet says, Sarah, would you ever try crocodile? What the hell is crocodile? Sounds like a reptile. The hell? Is a black man better than a white man? Official KG says. No, I don't do better. I don't do superiority. But I will tell you this. The black man and woman are the fathers and mothers of human civilization. That's just science. Some people don't like to hear that, okay? But there's actually nothing I can do about that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing I can do about African people being, the mothers and fathers of human civilization. I didn't make that so, okay? So if you don't like it, then go and speak to the manager. Go and speak to the manager. I don't know what else to tell you. Miss KK says a doink. She's giving love to a doink. Everyone give love to a doink vision, okay? Because a doink vision is a cinematic genius. That's what I'm looking for. A cinematic genius, that guy. And he just so happens to be my best friend of 20 years. Do you know what I'm saying? 20 years of friendship, me and that guy. Anyway. What's the people saying? More questions, people. Go. Ethiopia, creative life, says Brian Hugh. Exactly. Nothing I can do about that. Abdi Ali says, would you ever debate another Muslim in Speaker's Corner? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else to say, if I'm honest. Like, I think I've said everything when it comes to Islam and Muslims, and I don't know if there's any more debate. Like, what more debate would there be? I don't know what more debate there would be, unless I would just go straight for the juggler and say, prove God, prove Allah, So, Miss KK says, what do you think about polygamy? Interesting. I think polygamy can work with people who are mentally ready for it. I think a lot of people in the Western world think they can do polygamy, and they're very like, what's the word? Like, they're jealous people, or they're envious. So it's like, if you are in a polygamous relationship and you're a woman, right, and your man has 2 other wives and you get jealous, it's just not going to work. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to learn to put, like, jealousy cannot be part of a polygamous relationship. I don't have a problem with polygamy, sorry, myself. I don't, but because people do it all around the world, but it has to be done correctly, I guess. I've studied a lot of, and I read a lot of anthropology. And for me to think that my way, of doing things is the way the rest of the world should do it, then I'm just getting into arrogance and ego again. And I've realized that, we generally tend to judge other people by our own standards. And I don't think that's correct. Hang on, family. I need to get rid of this WhatsApp application. 1 second. Oh, no, it's gone. Yeah, I don't know about polygamy, guys. Well, that's my views on polygamy, sorry. Joseph says the evolution of dark skin is believed to have begun around 1.2 million years ago. The light-skinned early humanoids after they moved to the equatorial rainforests and sunny savannas. Okay. Cool. Yogi B's up in the building. Who came first, man or God, says matured fetus. Man did. God came after. God, in my view, was man's way of attempting to answer the questions that he couldn't answer. So, I'm sure as being a human being on this earth, we have a lot of questions. And so creating an entity that we can't prove, see, touch, smell, or, all of that stuff can be the reason. So we can actually make ourselves feel better at nighttime, right? Can say, you know, well, it was God, you know, and imagine, you know, just imagine your children come up to you, right, at a time and like, Daddy, you know, like, how did that tree become a tree? It's like, damn, like, I don't know the answer to that question, son. Like, we put a plant in the ground and we put some water on it and then it became a tree, okay? Yeah, but why? Well, in the seed, son, is a thing called God. Okay, there we go. We started now. You know, the story started, guys. And so, you know, it continues. Oh, Titans TV up in the building. So it kind of starts, you know, like, and I think that's how God started. It started with people trying to question stuff and not having the answers to a question. What have you missed, Titans? You missed like 36 minutes. 36 minutes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I need to charge his phone, family. Let me put my charger in. Boom. Yeah, so that's what I think about that. Wenger out. Somebody else. That's funny. Next question, fam. Next question. Hang on. Weed shouldn't be legal. Okay, hang on. Non-believers are destined for hell. Says Chrissy. Okay, I guess that's where I'm going. See you there. What time? Dave Smith says Sarah Sargon of Akkad will be a great interview. I guess. We'll see. We're lining up some interviews. As a matter of fact, I've secured my next interview. Myself and a doink will be shooting our next interview next week. So you guys just gotta stay tuned as to see who it is. Sharice Boy says, Sarah, what's your opinion on the Birmingham Quran? What Birmingham Quran? Never heard of it. I'm not going to say who, Janish. I'm just not going to say who. I'm not saying who. We got a couple lined up. We got one next week and then we got one lined up after that. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting times, folks. Interesting times. AJ versus Wilder. Oh, says stay focused. Oh, I'm going to have to go with AJ, you know. I'm going to have to go with AJ. I'm not going to lie to you. I think after Deontay Wilder's last performance against Luis Ortiz, it showed that he's open to get, you know, boxed, but he relies heavily on getting that right hand in. And if he doesn't land that right hand, then I don't know it could be, you know, a hard night for him. So, yeah. Brian, who says AJ round 5. I don't know about that. I don't know about round 5. Maybe round 8, 9. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. Parker will win this weekend, says a Crusader. Okay, if you say so, we'll see if Parker wins. See if Parker beats AJ this weekend. Then, you know, we'll see. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. I don't know. AJ's looking kind of. I think AJ's maturing as a boxer now. I think he's maturing as a boxer. I do. He had a short amateur career, right? And now I think he's getting there. Sweet time. Aaliyah or Brandy says, oh my gosh, that's not fair, Miss KK. Aaliyah or Brandy? Okay. Consistency, Aaliyah. Okay. No, I can't say that. That's too hard. Sorry, Miss KK, I can't do that. I can't. Doink Vision's gonna say Brandy because he's fancied Brandy since the day I met him. But I can't choose between Leah and Brandy because Brandy's Never Say Never album was off. This is probably the best female R&B album of all time, in my opinion. Aaliyah, she's been I can't. Sorry. Malcolm X or Martin? Okay, so Malcolm X and Martin had the same vision. They just went about it differently. So I wouldn't choose between those two guys. I wouldn't. Robert Passer, why don't you organise a social event? I'm eating. Organise a social event to bring people together. I am. Come summertime. Just watch out for it, fam. Come summertime, it's gonna come on. Summertime, we'll do our first event. It's raining out here now. TLC, Crazy Sexy Cool. TLC for me, nah. Couple tunes, couple hits, but no. Ryan Dance says, do an MMA fight with Muhammad Hijab. Okay. Jagged Edge or Jodeci. Don't do that to me, Miss Cake. Jagged Edge or Jodeci. They're two different eras, and I would have said Jodeci, but Jagged Edge came through after Jodeci and did some stuff. So I'm not choosing. These are just very hard questions, I'm totally honest, people. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk about religion and then you talk about music with me and I just get crazy. I don't know what to do. Do you know what I'm saying? Shaka G says Bounty Killer or Beanie Man. Bounty Killer for me. Emerald IOTV says, what's your view on white Muslim reverts? I call them converts. I don't call them reverts. But for the Muslim community, I think it's like a trophy. For me, like getting a white person to convert to Islam is like a trophy for Muslims. Like they parade the white, convert around. Like, look, we got a white guy to convert. You see? So it must be for the rest of white people. So yeah, I mean, Islam isn't compatible, I guess, with British culture or European culture in general. It's not. And so, if you become a Muslim tomorrow and you're white, good on you. That's just your choice. But I think you're a bit of a pawn in a game, if I'm honest. What about it was, Sarah, what's your favorite book? Wow, my favorite book would be, there are too many. One of them would be The Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. That would be one of my books. Another book would be, oh my God, there's so many. The Iceman Inheritance by Michael Bradley. Sarah, what would you choose? Gay marriage or straight? You can't have both. What kind of question is that? I'm a straight man. So it's Sarah drinking the blood of Muslim babies. That's not a good joke. That's not nice. I like atheists. I wouldn't drink the blood of any baby. I don't care if they're Muslim or not. That's wrong. Babies are babies, man. Fred Boy says, what do you think of Rastafari? As I said, any religion that has Abraham at the forefront of the religion, I don't mess with. That's just me. I don't do anything that has Abrahamic religion, that has Abraham in it, because it doesn't show the full story. Yeah, it doesn't have a full story. Miss KK said, Jesus or Muhammad? None of them. But if I had to choose, I'd choose Jesus. He seemed like more of a chilled out dude, Muhammad seemed like the guy to kind of war and, smite the necks of people. Jesus seemed like a little bit of a hippie, if I'm honest. Seemed like he smoked some weed and was like, oh, just love everyone, guys, you know, just like, everything's fine. Like, Jesus seemed like that kind of dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, yeah, if I had to choose, Jesus is soft. J-Boat. Maybe, you know, maybe. He's watching you now, says the Savior. All right, tell him to come into my car so I can talk to him. He's watching me now. And to stop stalking me. You know what I'm saying? Next question, fam. Next question. Restro Levon says, Sarah, why do you hate Islam so much? It's not so much about hating Islam. I think people need to understand critique. The general thing is that I went down to Speaker's Corner to critique religion or debate religion. It never came to hate, okay? It came to, I came into hate. People came to hate me because of what I said about the religion, but I never came, because hate is an emotion that is, it's pointless walking around with hate. It's actually pointless walking around with hate. Sorry, it's taxing on your spirit, it's taxing on your soul, it's taxing on your mind, you know what I mean, walking around with hate. So I don't hate Islam. I critique the ideology because I don't think the ideology is compatible with, I said I'm an African philosophical type person. I'm a black nationalist. I think about Africa first, and when I look into what happened in Africa with Islam, it didn't come in peace, you know, it came with the same stuff that Christianity came with, like robbing, raping, enslaving, castrating. So why would I now think that this is something that's for me? You know, it doesn't make sense for me to take on such an ideology, you know. It doesn't make sense to me to people to tell me that it's peaceful when I know for a fact that when it came to my continent, it didn't come in peace. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not a hate, it's just a critique thing. Next. Beauty or brain? Damn. Beauty or brains, guys? Family, beauty or brains? What are we saying? Because there are some beautiful women out there with no brains. You know what I'm saying? But then when you get into somebody's mind, sometimes they become beautiful. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's weird the way the mind works. Like, when you can speak to someone who you might not think aesthetically, you think, yeah, that's my type. But when you speak to them, you're like, oh my God, like, this person's like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, a bit of both, if I'm honest, a bit of both. Time's up, says Xavier. Big butts or big boobies, says Indian Singh. Listen, man, the song said it best. You know, what's his name? What's the guy's name? Someone give me the name. Sir Mix-a-Lot said it the best. Sir Mix-a-Lot said it the best, guys. Janice Ritchie says, humor, a twinkle in their eyes. Yeah, just go look up Sir Mix-a-Lot and he'll tell you exactly how I feel about the female species. No, it wasn't MC Hammer Crusader. It wasn't MC Hammer. It was Sir Mix-a-Lot. It was definitely Sir Mix-a-Lot. What came first, the egg or chicken? God damn. That age-old question, family. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going to tell you. I don't know. I don't know what came first, chicken or egg. I don't know. What's that omelette? Oh, God. Oh, the trolls are in. Oh, there they are. There's only a matter of time before they came, family. There's only a matter of time before they came. Expose them, shine a light on them, and then ignore them. The chicken. The egg came first. Okay. What's your views on veganism, says Emerald ILTV. Do you know what? I think it's cool. I do like I call myself like a fake vegan. Like I do like spurts of veganism. I'm like, this whole month, right? I'm not doing meat, and I'll just be oh no, not vegan. I'll be a vegetarian. Sorry, I'll just do like a whole vegetarian thing, and then I'll be like, all right, cool, I'm vegetarian, yeah. And then it's like, chicken's calling me, and it's like, you know, like I get back to chicken and shit, and like beef. Yeah, so, you know, I'm cool with veganism. Me and vegans are cool, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and vegans are cool. I understand the whole movement. You know, I understand the whole movement. But I do veganism and vegetarianism in, like, spurts, you know? Sometimes I do it. What's next? So, hang on. Bum, bum, bum. Someone asked me about Umar Johnson. I do not speak on another person. Moon landing, fake. Okay. Rick XL said, sorry, would you go on London Real podcasts? Don't know what that is. I'm totally honest. Don't know what that is. Working class lad said, hi mate, do you think Islam can coexist peacefully with the UK Europe democracy? Because no, I don't. Just gonna be honest, I don't. You can't have, this is why I talk about, okay, it's like this. I talk to white people and I say, listen, white people, you might be, I know what white people generally, they get scared of black people sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I'm a 6'2", dark-skinned guy, you know? Sometimes I feel people get scared of me. I know I'm not gonna do them any harm, right? But they might think, oh, big black guy, right? But I'm gonna tell you this. Black people are not trying to give you a whole totally new system. They're not. Black people aren't trying to give you a new court system. They're not trying to tell you how to eat your food. They're not trying to give you new rules and regulations. They're not. The only system in Europe that's attempting to try and do that is Islam. They're trying to give you a whole new system, you know? And so, yeah, that's why I don't think it's possible for Islam to be compatible with European or UK politics, because it's not about integration into the system. It's about replacing and dominating the current system. That is what I see Islam doing. I don't see it saying, okay, cool, let me just chill here and be okay with what's going on. Because as you've seen at Speaker's Corner, people are attempting to enforce their own versions of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, well, this really isn't about like just chilling with other people, is it? It's actually about showing your stuff to be superior. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think it's compatible. So do we push them away or do we kill? What's the solution? Whoa, no one talking about killing anyone. Jesus Christ. To tell the truth though, I'm not gonna lie, it is a hard decision. It is a hard question. I don't know what would be done. I don't know. Reformation, I don't think they want to reform. Rules and regulations, I think they'd feel oppressed. You know, it is. Do you know what I've noticed? A lot of people have problems with Islam. A lot of people in Europe have problems with the psychology, the ideology of Islam. But you know, I don't see people doing. People don't generally. People go for Muslims, and I'm like, all right, cool. I understand why you want to go for Muslims. I understand. But it's your governments that are letting people in and letting these things happen. They're letting Sharia courts be allowed in. They're letting, you know, certain things certain legislation be pushed in to, you know, adhere to, you know, Islamic ways of life. It's actually your government's doing this, you know. So where, like, do you have a problem with Islam or do you have a problem with your government? Because you need to take that to your government. I'm just saying, take it to the government, because the government that are doing that. They're allowing this stuff, you know? So that's something to think about. That is something to think about. family, I'm gonna lock off in about 5 minutes. I'm gonna give you an hour of my time. Let's see what the next question is. Big up from Holloway Road to I know Road. Big up yourselves. Bum bum bum. Come on, family. What's the next question? What's the next question? Oh, Fifth Avenue Phil just came in the building. Phil, you're late, bro. You're late, bro. Janice Lady says it makes me want to move to America. No. You, maybe. You, I don't know. I think America's becoming, I think Britain's, I don't know. I just want to sit on an island somewhere and chill out on a beach. You know, sometimes I just feel to myself, you know, would that just be better just chilling on an island somewhere and just like taking in some sun, you know? I don't know. Chasing supercars. Somebody, you know. Anyway. Trolls in here. Exactly, Fifth Ab Phil. Trolls up in here. Oladele. Salute. What's going on? Michael says, when's Tom releasing the video? Bro, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've texted him, you know. I emailed him, sent a carrier pigeon to his house, you know. Like, you know, I did a smoke signal. Like, I did a smoke signal for the guy. Like, people on Twitter asking the guy. I don't know, you know. I don't know. So, you gotta ask. You gotta ask him. You gotta ask him. You're live. All right. Oh yeah, he's not on Twitter anymore, Dave. So it's true, they removed his Twitter. That's very true. No one's forcing Islam on you people. If you don't accept it, then don't follow. Simple. Yeah, you know what? I don't believe that to be true. I don't believe that to be true. I mean, I said I've been to Speaker's Corner. People are definitely enforcing Islamic rules down there. Don't say this. You can't say that. They're definitely trying to enforce some stuff down there. I'm just saying. Bum bum bum. What do you think about trans-dimensional time travel? Says Sonny B. Coy. Whoa, okay. Time travel sounds cool into a different dimension. Sounds absolutely I actually wrote a film about that, actually. I've written a film about that. I think it's cool if it can happen. Bum bum bum. Okay, facts. Bruce Lee. Okay. What are we saying, fam? I think that's it, family. I think that is it. Listen, it's been enjoyable. Sorry for not sharing my sweets with you guys. You know what I'm saying? Or my sorrow. But you know what? I'm a growing lad. Okay, I'm a growing lad. And I've got to have my own, you know, I've got to have my fill. So, family, listen. We're gonna. Really shouldn't eat while I'm trying to speak. Really shouldn't do that. As we like to say, oh my God, it got in my eye. It got in my eye. How? I don't know. I don't know how it got in my eye. But yeah, family, as we say all the time, peace, family. Peace.